Bug Out Moto. If you missed a tour of my Bug Out Moto van, the video link is in the description and comments section of this video, or visit CycleCruza.com. Hey guys, I'm going to do a review on my motorcycle camper van. As you guys know, I converted a 2004 Chevy Express 3500 1-ton cargo van, 300 horsepower, 375 foot-pounds of torque. And I'm going to give a review on this setup here and tell you what worked and what didn't work, and future modifications. I already did a couple of modifications that I'll show you, but I'll tell you, as far as the van performed awesome. Strong power in the mountains. I'm glad I went with the 1-ton van with that V8 6-liter engine. Worked fantastic. Actually, I got 17 miles per gallon on the highway. The total trip of 3,100 miles only cost me about $450. It also helped the gas was pretty cheap. In some places I got as low as $1.99 per gallon. But anyways, we're going to do a little review over everything here inside the van. As you can see here, I have my 2014 Yamaha WR250R dual sport, and this makes a great bug out motorcycle because it allows me to go off-road and on-road legally. So, and the bike worked out fantastic. But what makes everything work in here, as far as the camper setup, is this folding bed. Without the folding bed, this wouldn't work. And I'll tell you guys, it worked fantastic. As you guys see, I have it connected up there. It locks up there. The legs come down here, and this folds down. The mattress was absolutely awesome. This is a firm mattress made by Brentwood, and it has memory foam at the top. And I'll tell you guys, it was really comfortable. I didn't want to wake up, man. I slept like a baby, like 9 hours a night in this van, and I hated to wake up. And I'll tell you also what was great is these exhaust fans that I have in the roof here. I'll tell you, one exhausts air, one brings air in, kept the air fresh inside the van. And I'll tell you, they don't make it, they're very quiet, but the slight noise that the motor makes, it lulled me to sleep. And it actually drowned out any sound, which I didn't really hear any sound outside the van. Like I said, it was very comfortable sleeping in the van. Magnetic tool strip here worked out great. Just grab a tool anytime. I enjoyed that. I also added a laptop holder here. It accommodates my laptop here. So that way, that's something that I added that you guys didn't see before. Worked out great. As you can see here, I'm able to hang up my clothes here, keep them wrinkle free. That worked out great. The stereo system, I have a 1200 watt stereo system. That is a 10-inch amp there with a 1200 watt amplifier built into it. Very slim design, as you see. By the way, I'll include links to everything in this van, so that way if you want to get it, because I know you guys always ask me, where'd you get it, where'd you get it? So I always include links now, and it reduces my comments. That's the main reason why I post links to everything in all of my videos, because you guys always ask, where did I get it, where did I get it? Okay, these custom made speaker boxes, I actually use a stereo system, by the way, which is powered, everything in here is powered by solar. So I didn't mess with the battery on the van at all. You definitely don't want to do that. But this, I love this stereo system. This I have a what you call it, Sirius satellite with that head unit there that you see. Here's the Sirius antenna, and I'll tell you guys, I got signal everywhere in the mountains, everywhere. The only time I didn't get signal is going underneath bridges, but the sound is absolutely clear and sounds great. I use it all the time just to break up the silence in the van. As far as this, I have a fold-out TV here, which I'll pull out in just a moment. 32-inch LED TV, which doesn't use a lot of electricity. As you guys know, I have security cameras surrounding the van, so I can see all around the van because I don't have any windows in here. I have a hot water heater. The hot water heater worked out great, which I now have the hot water heater, which, by the way, it's a 300 watt element that I have in here inside this 7-gallon water container here. And I usually will flip the switch here and at least a couple hours before I'm going to take a shower or wash up, and it warms the water up real nice. That worked out great. I did take a shower here. Oh, by the way, let me show you here. I did make a modification here to this faucet here. I added a magnet here instead of the Velcro, and also a magnet here. But you can take that off here, and I can pull this out and take a shower, or I can wash up at the sink here. See, that just connects there. Much better. And I did take a shower here. I have a full pop-up shower here. And I'll tell you guys, the pop-up shower worked great, but I'll tell you, you don't really need it. You know, if you're in a rural area, especially if you're like, I was camping in a rural area in the mountains, shit, nobody's paying attention, dude. You just pull out here, take a shower out here. You know, you don't need really, it was unnecessary, to be honest with you, but it's nice to have. You know, for those of you that want to be private while you're taking your shower, you know, you women out there, if you want to be butt naked and take a shower and don't want people to look at you, any looky-loos, then you want to definitely get one of those pop-up showers, which are fairly inexpensive. Everything in here insulated. I have a 1/2-inch thick foam insulation, and then I have this silver reflectix that you see over that. Worked great. I heated the van up here with this heater buddy, and it has these small canisters of propane, which lasts about 4 hours on low, and it heated the van up really nice. It heated up real fast, and so that worked great. It got really cold in the mountains, like down to 30 degrees when I was out there, and that heater performed great. The stove here, as you guys know, I did have a before I had a induction stove, but it uses way too much electricity, man. Skip the induction stove, get you a butane burner. I actually gave that induction burner to that camp owner at R&K Campground. I just gave it to him because I just wanted to clear. It was useless for me, so I went with the butane burner, which takes the canisters of butane, which butane is a same fuel that's in cigarette lighters. And as you guys saw in my my traveling videos, I cooked with this. I use this anywhere from a couple of times a day, and I actually use it with all the windows closed up in here, and I turn my fans on. Those exhaust fans, man, they suck air right out of here, so any steam just went right out of the van. So, and also have a carbon monoxide detector. Never went off, not one time. And by the way, this refrigerator, Dometic refrigerator, worked absolutely great. I kept it at about 38 degrees, and it worked great. Actually, I didn't have to buy any food the whole trip. I was able to cover the whole. I was gone for about a couple of weeks, and I brought about 2 dozen of eggs. I bought a bunch of chicken breasts that are sealed, individually wrapped, and I put them in there frozen, and I put some almond milk in there, and I had brought a bunch of cans of vegetables and stuff, so I had chicken and vegetables most of the time. Or for breakfast I had like pancakes and cereal, and it lasted the whole trip, so that worked out great. As far as the water consumption, like I said, I have 7 gallons here, and I have another 6-gallon container over there. What I would do is, if I run out of water in the main container, I would take that backup container of water and fill it up, and then I would go and fill that up in a bathroom, anywhere where I can find a source of water. But one time I went to the supermarket, and I got 7 gallons of distilled water at about, like, I think it was like 40 cents a piece. So that's the ways of getting water. As far as the solar setup, as you guys know, I have 4 100-watt solar panels. I have 255 amp hour dry cell deep cycle batteries that are sealed in that box there. And I'll tell you guys, I use no more than 25% of the power, so it provided all the power I needed, powered my TV. I never used the microwave, not one time, so that was really kind of unnecessary, but it's nice to have in case you want to heat up some frozen burritos you get in the supermarket or something, but I never used it one time. As far as the stereo system here, stereo system worked fantastic. I have a satellite radio. Here's the antenna here, and I use it all the time, guys. I mean, I was listening to jams everywhere. When I was in the mountains, I always got signal. far as the water pump worked great. As you guys know, it has a power water pump underneath here, and as you guys know, the water exits out of here, out of the wheel well, so that way I don't have to worry about any gray water tank. And what else? As far as this antenna here for the TV, I tell you, as far as closing all the doors up, I didn't really get any TV channels, but I did make a modification, and what I did is I put glued a magnet on the back of the digital TV antenna, so that way I can just stick it there, plug in the TV, and I get signal now. By the way, I added a bicycle to my setup here. I have a Montague Paratrooper folding bike, full size, 26-inch wheels. It's a 20-inch frame, and you can put it in a bag here, stores nicely in a bag, and it's perfect with this setup here. So now I have a motorcycle and a bicycle. Oh, as far as the 10-inch screen up there, I use it as a so that way I have a rear backup camera, and I have a switch there that'll actually the power will come from the van, but also I can flip the switch here and I can use solar, as you guys see there. So that way I don't have to use the power from the van if I don't want to. And also I do plan on, I just purchased a DVD player that goes under the dash, so that way I can play DVDs up there and watch TV up there, and it'll run off the solar power in here. And as you guys can see, so that dual power system is perfect. Okay, now as far as a 2,000 watt power inverter, the only time I use it was for the TV. As far as the MPPT solar controller, worked fantastic. Kept my, as you can see here, every day, 13.7 volts. Every morning I woke up, I was fully charged up from the sun. So the solar panels worked out absolutely fantastic. As far as you guys know, I also have a 5-gallon container of fresh water here. And this is reverse osmosis with a hand pump here. This water container here is only for washing up dishes and washing up at the sink and taking a shower. And this is my drinking water. As far as the table, I never use a table or swivel chair, mostly because, you know, the motorcycle's in the way, so I couldn't really use that setup. But if I ever camp in this van without the motorcycle, then of course I'd use the be able to swivel the chair and use this flip-up table. The portable toilet I use every day. Hey guys, I just took a shit, and I'll tell you guys, it's comfortable sitting on that, and it shit's fine. But as you can see, the dog's whining because it smells really bad in here. It smells like 1,000 farts in here, dude. Gotta air it out, man. Gotta air it out, man. Once I air it out, then I'll hit the road. But I'll wrap that up, throw it in the garbage. Actually, a lot of times I could have used a public restroom, and I don't, you know, to be honest with you, I like to stay out of public restrooms because it has a lot of germs. So this worked out absolutely fantastic. Flips up. As you guys know, you line it with a garbage bag, and all I did was crap in it, and I have a pee bottle up there that I peed in, by the way. It worked out perfect. But what I would do is, once I defecated in the toilet there, I would wrap up the bag and I would put it in a Ziploc until I got to somewhere where I can throw it away. But what I did, when I first took a crap in the toilet, as you guys know, I stunk up the joint in here. The dog was kind of peeved about it. She's kind of whining because I kind of funked it up in here, smelled like 1,000 farts. But anyways, what I did after that is I had some cat litter, and I just, as soon as I defecated, I poured cat litter in there, completely eliminated the smell right away. So definitely bring some cat litter, or some people said bring wood chips. In my opinion, cat litter stores better. It doesn't take up as much room. I stored it right there next to the motorcycle. So the portable toilet, absolutely fantastic. And I'm so glad with this setup that with the bed down, I can actually pull out the toilet right here in the open space here. So that worked out great. So a lot of times I didn't feel like flipping the bed up. I would just leave the bed down, flip out the toilet, take a shit. So that worked out great. As far as the tire monitor system, as you guys can see here, it worked out great. I'll tell you guys, I recommend everybody get one. These are kind of expensive, but it's definitely worth it because it'll tell you if you have a fast leak. And it cycles through all the tires there, as you guys can see, and gives you the PSI of the tire. And if there's a fast leak, it'll give you an audible alert to let you know. I haven't, thank God I didn't have any tire problems. But also that battery lasted nearly the whole trip. I only had to plug it in the cigarette lighter one time towards the end of the trip to charge it up. So it lasted, man, it lasted me about a good 8 days straight. But I cut it off at night, and then I would cut it on during the day when I was driving. A GPS here, got that inexpensive off of Amazon, the Garmin here, the Garmin Nuvi, and I had that mounted up to the windshield. It worked great. I still have a cracked windshield, by the way. I left it that way because in Colorado, you know, you're going to end up with a crack anyhow. So I'll get that replaced now that I'm in Ohio. Okay, the drawers worked out great. I stored my underwear and socks in there. The bottom drawer here. Oh, let me turn on the lights here. Forgot to turn on the lights. There's the lights. These are LED lights. They work fantastic. Light up the place. Use very little electricity. And as you can see, here's my knick-knack drawer, and in this drawer I stored my underwear. What I ended up having to do is I had to put Velcro in back of here in order to keep the drawers from flying out. See, there's some resistance here, so that way when I'm driving, these drawers don't fly open. So that modification worked out great. So hey guys, until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Deuces! As always, links to all items shown in this video are located in the description and comment section of this video. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I'll catch you all later. If you want to see more of my videos, go to my website, CycleCruza.com. Click on the menu tab, My Videos. All my videos are categorized in various playlists. Hopefully you can find something that will inform you or entertain you. Hey, hit thumbs up if you like this video. Catch you guys later.